Hey motorists, I'm Charlie and today we're taking a second spin in the 2017 Honda Vezel Hybrid.
Hey, Grab!
Hey, this is not PhD lah! Oh God. Okay, so PHV driver stereotype aside, if you're looking for the Vezel Hybrid, you're probably a family man or perhaps you're just looking for a practical lifestyle car. Now, you may also know this car by another name, the HR-V. The main difference is that the HR-V was only available as a CVT petrol model, whereas the Vezel, just like this one, was available as a hybrid as well. And the hybrid doesn't use a CVT, but instead it uses a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, and it produces 150 horsepower with 190 Newton meters of torque. So the numbers are not bad at all. And if you're looking for a nice used car just like this one, head on over to motorist.sg/used-cars to find more cars from trusted dealers and direct owners alike. The unit we have here today is a pre-facelift model being sold by Esteem Performance. But honestly, between the pre-facelift and the 2018 facelift models, all you're gonna see is a difference in the grille and headlights. Regardless, all Vezel hybrids get not just front airbags, but side curtain airbags as well. The Vezel Hybrid came in X, RS and a mysterious Z variant that we don't really talk about because it's quite hard to find, but apparently the Z variant is supposed to be the luxurious one. Now the unit that we have here today is the X variant. Now the RS is supposedly the highest variant, but honestly the differences are mainly just a few trim pieces here and there, plus an RS badge here. If you really want to talk about the main differentiator of the RS, it's that it has sports performance dampers, LED fog lights instead of halogen ones, and variable steering ratio. Regardless of your Vezel Hybrid's trim, you'll still get keyless entry, keyless start, electric parking brake, brake hold, auto climate control, auto dimming rear view mirrors, paddle shifters, cruise control, and auto headlights. So pretty comprehensive. One of the key things about a practical family man's car is that it has to fit your family in good comfort. And in the back of the Honda Vezel, you can see that there's really good legroom and headroom as well, even though the middle seat is a bit tighter. But yeah, pretty good overall. But maybe deep down, the enthusiast inside of you is actually looking for a VTEC type that makes noises like vong 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 vong. Huh? So, can this car do it? Well, sadly this iVTEC engine car can't quite give you that experience. But it does have a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission and petrol-electric power on tap. So that means that it can do 0 to 100 in 8.2 seconds, allegedly. Of course, with a hybrid drivetrain, the engine doesn't need to be on all the time, which means that the ride is mostly nice and quiet for you to insert your own VTEC noises. Road and wind insulation is acceptable. I mean, just listen to this. Can't really hear him. Pretty good. Being a family man means you need a car that can fit your entire family's barang-barang. So for that, we have a boot space of 404 litres as opposed to 431 litres on the non-hybrid versions. And this is sufficient to store smaller items like these, a cabin-sized suitcase like this, and even larger suitcases like this. And beyond that, the Vezel Hybrid can still store even larger items, such as this. Hey, what is this? Okay, so if your spouse loves to, swim, there's still a way for this mahjong table to fit into the Vezel Hybrid. Let me show you. So here's a nifty party trick that Honda calls magic seats. Basically, apart from being able to fold it down, you can fold the seats up as well, which means that you can store larger and taller items. At an asking price of $75,800, you'll be looking to down pay around $22,000. Now the remainder can be loaned at just 2.78% through Motorist Financial Services. And that means monthly installments of around 1.1k. Now if you couple that with an insurance of about 1.2k, and by the way, you can get your quote through Motorist as well, the total upfront payment you'll be looking at is about 25k. Of course, if that doesn't work out for you, you can always feel free to call up our friendly Motorist loans team to find something that works for you. Upfront costs aside, let's find out more about how much the maintenance would cost on the Vezel Hybrid. To find out more, we are here at Esteem Performance to speak to their expert, Jason.
Actually, for the hybrid system, for this Vezel, still okay. Unless those mileage is about 300,000, then you have to look out for the battery. A high 4-digit number to maintain this Vezel. As for battery, maybe before you buy, right, you can send it for a health check on the battery, because based on the battery, the lifespan, right, it actually depends on how the previous owner used the vehicle. Instead of changing it blindly, right, you send it for a health check. So for this Vezel Hybrid, right, averagely you can clock about 18 km per liter. Yeah, compared to the non-hybrid one, maybe it's 14 to 15.
Thank you, Jason, for sharing. If you want more practical buying advice on used cars, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. So, what do you think of the 2017 Honda Vezel Hybrid? Well, honestly, I think that in terms of features, it's really still pretty much up there with all the brand new cars that you can buy today. Space is excellent, and like all hybrids, fuel economy is great as well. The only things that you probably have to look out for are perhaps the DCT's reliability and the eventual cost of replacing the battery packs. But overall, costs should still be manageable. And I mean, look, you're still getting a really practical SUV with both great performance and fuel economy. To score the car on its performance, we'd give it a 3 out of 5 because, come on, 0 to 100 in 8.2 seconds while still returning 18 to 20 km per litre is pretty amazing. In terms of the unique factor though, we're just gonna give it a 0 out of 5 because, I mean, this car is practically everywhere in Singapore. In terms of NVH though, we're giving it 3.5 out of 5 because while the hybrid system means that the car is pretty quiet most of the time, at speed you still get a lot of road noise coming through. Practicality though is a straight up 5 out of 5 because this car is just like the TARDIS, bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Finally, we come to affordability. Now, let's be honest, $17,000 depreciation isn't cheap. But for this market, for a Cat B PAF car, it's still pretty alright. So we're giving it 3 out of 5. Overall score, 2.9 out of 5. What do you think about the Honda Vezel Hybrid? If you want to find more cars that deserve a second spin, head on over to motoristsg/use-cars to find more. Stay safe, motorists, and we'll see you in the next one.
Motorist